Hello there. This was composed by Giacomo Rossini, and I will not talk about Rossini because he is one of my favorite composers and I will just not shut up. He is an opera composer. This was a piece from his overture of his last opera he's written, Wilhelm Tell. That overture is divided in 4 parts. The last part is the March of the Swiss Soldiers, and that's where this theme is coming from. This is not the Lone Ranger theme. Lone Ranger stole it from there. But anyway, the Wilhelm Tell story is a fascinating Swiss folk hero's legend. He is similar to Robin Hood, only instead of using a bow and an arrow, William Tell was an expert marksman with a crossbow. The highlight of William Tell's story, you probably know this legendary icon, is when he has to shoot an apple off his son's head to save his own life and his son's as well. And the story is much more complex than this, but that's the most known part of the story. So let's go over to the sheet music and see what's going on there. Reason I put this under level 4 is because there is a new technique to be learned in order to play the song, and that technique is called Ricochet. Ricochet means bounced off. It's a French term. So ricochet is something that you're going to have to practice separately, and what it does, it's really bouncing off the bow on the string. Everything you've tried so hard to get rid of, it's an actual technique. If you look at the music sheet, like the first 3 notes, you see that the first 2 notes are slurred, yet there is a spiccato dot under it. So the way you play that is practice. First of all, you might want to tense up your bow a little bit further than what you usually would. And then you want to find the bouncing point of your bow. Where does it bounce the most? And then just try practicing bouncing it off and let it bounce. And then to play this song, we do 2 bounces downstroke and then 1 upstroke. So we want to practice this. And then it's something you're gonna have to practice and then go faster. And this is something that you will definitely eventually get. That's the frustrating part about the song. You're gonna have to practice that first, and once you got it under control, we can pass on to the actual notes. It starts on an A, and it's an offbeat start. So that's our first 3 notes. You got the bowing cymbals above each note. It starts with a piano violin. It gives it like a little bit of an effect. And then the first 2 measures do this. And then the next one. So the first bounce is taka-dum, taka-dum. The next one is taka-dum, taka-dum. So you gotta pay attention to where your bow, which string your bow is supposed to hit. On measure 4 going to measure 5, there is a slur that goes from the D all the way to the C up there. And then that C within the slur is syncopated. So all that means is that it's really just 1 bow stroke and then the bow stroke down. On measure 10, actually measure 9 going into measure 10, you got the same ricochet that we're doing before, but it's on an F, sharp. What I do on the first repetition is I also press down the 4th string. That way I have the B playing with the F, because that part I played a little louder. And since I'm playing an F and I'm doing a ricochet, I'm probably going to hit the wrong string. If I'm going to hit the wrong string, I would like to at least hit the right note on the wrong string. That's why I pressed on both strings, and I actually like the sound of it. When you hit that that B, then make sure that you're doing a downstroke. This takes a lot of practice to get it right. And practice it slowly. This is one of the few instances where it's harder to play the song slowly, but it's worth the practice. If you can play this slow, you can definitely play it fast. And then on the last repetition of that takatam takatam pum 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 pum, I played 40 again. Other than that, there is not much to say. Do pay attention to the bowings. Do pay attention that you're doing the bouncing right. And on the solo violin part, we will slow down the song to 92 beats per minute. It's on 140 originally. It's very difficult to control the tempo on a Ricochet. Let's just try this at 92 beats per minute, shall we? So the metronome is set at 92 beats per minute. You got 4 beats to start, and I'll accentuate the first beat of each measure. We're still at 92 beats per minute. I will not play the intro, but you will get that big fat A chord and 4 beats to start. Are you ready? Alrighty, so this time I'll be playing an intro, wait for that chord, and then you count to 4 and you start. You ready? Here we go. much for watching. This is a great song to learn a new technique, and a lot of people just like this song, so it's definitely worth to learn. It sounds great as a solo violin piece too. The faster you play it, the more fun it is. And again, practice it slow, because if you can play this one slow, you can play it as fast as you want. It's hard to play it slow. So good luck with it, and as always, have a great day.